Sweet. Amazing. Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be speaking about the Ocean Week, this amazing company that has been sailing. I'm not going to get into much detail, but we have Pedro from the Ocean Week today, and he will be explaining us a little bit more about it. We have partnered with them, and we're very excited to be working together for the first year, and hopefully this will last a couple more years. So I'm not going to speak much. I'm going to let the man of the hour present and introduce himself. Pedro, please.
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to be here with you for a long. It's been for a long time that we have been looking to partnership with Remote You. It's a pleasure to be with you. Hopefully, we'll keep on speaking and we'll keep on seeing each other year after year. I think it's the best. So let me about the Ocean Week. Well, the Ocean Week is a Portuguese company that kind of reinvented the concept that is used in Croatia, especially. But we wanted to do it. We do it in Portugal since 2016, and but our main objective is basically to do it with more quality, more tailor-made, more personalized. We don't want to do those trips, those sailing trips, those huge sailing trips with 100 boats and 500 people. That's not our thing. What we want to do is smaller, cozy, personalized trips with groups. Sometimes people don't know each other and they end up in a family at the end of the trip. So basically it's our concept. It's to have fun together, to celebrate, to, of course, know the country, our south part of the country, and explore, basically. Let me show you first a small video, okay? Which basically, I think it's a good introduction.
You know, there has to be something special about ocean because it makes you feel small, not in a bad way. It makes you realize that you are part of something bigger.
Every summer. This is, you know, the beach, the yachts, the sunset, nothing like it. Trust me. Ocean Week.
They go.
Looking forward to go. Basically, it's basically every year. We just waiting for the time goes by so we can go there again. So let me show you some details now. In the presentation to a little bit more detail. So basically, this is, as I said before, this is basically a trip, a sailing trip with several yachts or catamarans, sailing together, traveling together, and get to know the whole south coast of Portugal. Okay, wild south coast, basically it's where the water is warmer, is where the temperature is higher, and it's where the sea is calm. Okay, we're talking about very similar situations and environment that we see in the Mediterranean. So this is why the Algarve region, it's definitely the best region to do it. Some say that it is a hidden pearl of Europe. Hopefully you'll find it and you'll get to know it. The scheduled date is 27th to the 3rd of August. Okay, it's dedicated to remote year guys, so it's only about you. for solo travelers. So if you don't know anyone, don't be afraid. Don't be any trouble with it, because we are sure that when you embrace this, you'll be able to come out of it with a lot of friends, and friends for life. Okay, that's a fact. Couples, groups, small groups, 2, 3 friends. It's basically for everyone. Okay, just join and try it. I know it might seem strange. Some guys and some people say to us, it's kind of strange to be alone in a sailing trip. No, it's not. You'll get there, and as soon as you get there, someone will start speaking with you. You will connect with someone, because there's always an interest in common. So no worries about that. It is perfectly fine and perfectly common. So why Algarve? As I said, basically Algarve is the best region to sail in Portugal. Okay, we have a small region in Portugal called Cascais. It's a little bit more above in the country, but it's very short. And for do this kind of trips, you need more content, right? Basically, what you need is content. And in Algarve, we have secret caves, we have desert islands, we have secret beaches that are only accessible by boats. We have caves that are not that secret, but anyone can get in there, and we can via subboard or via small motorboat. So we have an excellent weather, excellent temperature in this time of the year. In fact, it's the best time of year to be in Algarve. So basically, this is why is Algarve. Faro, it's the main capital of Algarve. It's where some of the major airline companies fly to. Obviously, Lisbon, it's the main capital. But Faro, it's a pretty good airport too, with a lot of low-cost connections. So it's a pretty good destination. Basically, what we do is we depart from Portimão, and we come first to the west side of the country, up to Lagos, spend one night, and then we start on the other days going more to east. On the east side, so basically the last 3 days of the trip are the most, well, usually the experience says that are the most amazing ones. Why? Because people really get connected with the nature. We sleep on anchor on a desert island. We sleep on anchor on a bay that there's nothing there, and you get in connection with nature completely. So you have no noise, you have no cities, you have no people wandering around. You have the parties that you have, it's the parties that we do. So basically, it's like a desert, obviously with ocean, just for us. It's an amazing experience. Some pictures here so you to see the moods, the different moods that we have. We have the guys that likes to just jump in the water with the funny buoys. We have the guys that just like to relax in the sun. We have ladies that just like to connect with other boats and saying hi to everyone that passes. And we have the adventure ones that pick up the soup board and go to get in all the caves they see. So basically, there are different environments. By the way, in this picture here, in the left corner below, this is what we call a floating party. Basically, what happens is that these guys have a column, a speaker. These guys have a different speaker with the same music, so the speakers are connected, and they are both dancing with the same music, which is in the middle of the ocean, sailing. It's an amazing experience. It's definitely unique, and I don't have any words to describe it. You really have to try it, to be honest. What do we visit? We visit several main cities in Algarve. We see, why do we see main? Because they are very typical cities, also very known. And we go from Portimão, which is a regular city, to Lagos, which is a digital nomad community, very, very known. It has been growing a lot. and we go to Vila Moura, that is a trendy and fashionable city in Portugal, where all the big motor yachts are seen, where we call it like the Monaco of Portugal, you know, like, of course, in a different size, but it's where the fashionable people go. And then we go to Ilha de Coatra and Benagil are the places that are spoken before, more connected to the nature, where we only see nature. So basically we have, again, different environments in the full week. You'll be trying completely different environments, and you'll fit in one of them for sure. The fun is constant, okay? We are always having fun. And by fun, I don't mean the exaggerated fun. We have perfectly fine environment, everyone having a good time, okay? Not those huge parties and with a lot of noise. No, we don't want that. We have to protect nature too, and protect the environment too. We are very conscious of it. We have activities just for collecting garbage in desert beaches. So we are very environmental conscious. So we always take that in mind. But basically what we do is we have team parties, we have at night, okay? We will see in next slides. We have always a different team party in each night. We have beach games during the day in different beaches, activities just made out of our minds. We simply get together the groups and we find a way to have people just competing and having fun. Basically, time to relax and to dive. We have also yoga classes in a desert island. This is the first time we've made this. It is simply amazing because this is at the sunset, almost at the sunset. You're seeing the sun getting down. You are basically in a desert island with a nice music on the background, doing your yoga. It's amazing. But I'm suspicious, I know. So you have to try it, come and try it, and then will let me know if I'm correct or not. This is also people having fun from boat to boat. One thing on this adventure that is very unique is the fact that there are different sailboats. We call it different crews. Each boat has a crew. And they end up to become a family. Each crew end up at the end of the week, they are like almost a family, and it is real. We have friends back in 2016, guys that met at that trip. They are still friends today, and they meet every year. They meet to keep the friendship going. So basically, you really do friends for life. But as I was saying, as the boats drive to the same place, we call it in flotilla, okay? This is called flotilla in nautical terms, because all the boats drive to the same place at the same pace, at the same rhythm. And the advantage is that you can play around during the trips within different boats. Sometimes people are just simply jumping from boat to boat, and there are a lot of activities that you can do in the meantime. This guy is hanging on the sail, so just so we can touch the water. It's good. It's very good. And we have also you can also add different activities on each destination, like quads, like exploring basically the city or visit some cultural places. So there is always time for fun, but also time to relax. In each day or in each night, we'll have a dinner, of course, and a party, okay, a team party. In last years, we have been choosing teams like Lost in Iceland. Basically, people were invited to dress up as they were lost in an island. On the second night is the Pirates Assault, like the 25th century pirate, like a Mad Max movie, you know, those guys. We invite people to bring on board their costumes, to bring on board their creativity, so they can use it in these nights. then there's the 90s full moon with fluorescent lights, and basically this is a so you would know this is a party made on a desert island, and this desert island here below, that it's all made by us. So basically there's nothing there. We just hang up the lights. We take some equipment for you two guys to paint, but you're also free to bring your 80s or 90s dress. So again, we challenge creativity. We challenge everyone that wants to have fun. Even if you don't want, you'll get into it. You're probably not a guy that likes to have a lot of parties, but I'm one of those. I can assure you, on the second day, it was impossible. I couldn't stay on the boat waiting. I wanted to go to the parties to see the creativity, to see the everyone's getting fun. So it's impossible for you not to go. Then we have the sunset parties, which basically it's the beauty of this is that you'll be, in this case, you'll be in the desert island. You always see the sunset. Every day you'll see the sunset from different places. And at this particular night, you'll see we will do a sunset party with the boats in the background, our boats in the background. And as you can see in here in this picture on the right side, no, there's nothing there. This is completely a desert island. Dancing regattas, as I mentioned before, so no news here, and the typical all-in-white party. This is made on the most trendy village of our route. It's called Vila Moura, where every fashion people is located at this time of year. So I'm sure you'll be able to see someone you already know from the fashion, for sure, on day-by-day basis. So on day one, as I was telling you, we arrive, we'll get together at the nice beach restaurant in Portimão Marina. Okay, that's where the story begins. We have a welcome drink. We get to know each other. Even if you don't know each other, that's the period, that's the time where you'll get to know what will be your crew. We'll spend the night with the next 7 nights with you on a boat. It's a nice place. It's a pretty good. We do foods in the sand, having a drink, seeing the sunset the first time. So in the first time in this adventure. So yeah, it's a nice place to be. This is the first day. This is where the day you go to the boat. You'll get in. You start preparing your crew. You start preparing your team. You start to find out who will be the one who will cook tonight, or will be the one responsible for cooking or for groceries, for buying some groceries, because you like to snack something in the middle of the night. So this is the time to prepare it. On the second day, early morning. So basically, the first night is spent on the marina, on Portimão Marina, because everything is being settled and everyone is settling in. So basically, we spend the night there. On the second day, we depart from Portimão and go directly to Lagos. We did this trip. Basically, we spend I would say 6 hours sailing every day. Okay, but within the 6 hours, we can assure that you'll stop in João d'Aranha. João d'Aranha is a very known beach that has several cave formations, and this is where we'll anchor on the middle of the rock formations, and we'll explore them. We'll put the soups on the soup boards on the water. We'll put the motor dinghy on the water, and we'll go explore the caves. Okay. At the end of the day, basically, we'll be getting and we're arriving to Lagos, where we'll sleep on the marina, but not before having a group dinner and having a great party. Again, this is the moment where we're starting all to get to know each other. On the third day, we depart from Lagos early morning, and we will arrive at Vila Moura. Okay, this is a big sailing trip. Okay, basically you will spend a little more time. but it's the day where we'll stop by Benagil, the famous Benagil caves that everyone wants to visit. We'll stop by Carvoeiro, famous beaches. We'll be able to see amazing houses that are built on rock formations. We'll be able to do floating parties. We'll be able to have some fun in the water, and also prepare to the beach party, to the party at Vila Moura on the night when you get there. As I said, Vila Moura is the most trendiest city of this route, so prepare your best suits, your shining coats, because this is the place where you should wear it. On day 4, we'll go to Ilha da Clotra, the complete opposite of Vila Moura. We'll go to the nature, we'll go to the empty environment, we'll go to the small village with the fishermen that don't want to be rich, they just want to be happy fishing. So in this difference, you'll see probably you'll choose something that you want to throw away, that you don't want to have it with you anymore, because this is the moment where you start thinking about your life and if you want to do a life change. Typically, there's always some decisions within these days, because you passed from a super trendy, super urban village to a complete opposite environment. And this is where there's always someone that decides to do a life change here. Let's see. So in Ilha da Clotra, basically, this is where we do the water games, the floating parties, the sunset parties, the full moon parties, always surrounded by nature, by sea, by beach. There's one particular small restaurant that is a fisherman's restaurant, where you'll see the fish on a like a closet. You'll choose that fish, and that fish will be the one you will cook. So it's a very, very, very unique and traditional way of living, and you will try it, and you can be a fisherman for one day, and then we'll see. On the next day, we'll go to another island. It's called Ilha do Farol, and again, the same environment, this unique restaurant, unique beach bar. So, and when I say unique, it's not because they're different from each other. It's because there's only one. This is again, amazing environment. You'll be able to dress for those team parties that we plan. No one to judge you. You'll be able to be completely free. And this is a great adventure for that too. On the 6th day, the dancing regatta to Vila Moura again. So basically, typically on the 6th day, we tend to sail with no motor. So you understand. So the ones who don't have experience in sailing. By the way, I didn't mention in the beginning, but this is important. You don't need to have experience to be on board. Okay. In fact, we enjoy if you don't have it, because our skippers love to teach, and we always have the skippers are always available to teach you and to put you on the wheel during these 7 days. Okay. So feel free to come, even if you don't have experience. It's not mandatory to have experience here. On the contrary, because if you have experience, usually if you have experience, you want to sail and you want to be worried about the mainsails and the cables. And if you don't have it, you're just taking advantage of the experience. And that's what you need to do. So if you don't have experience, that's even better. So I was saying, on this 6th day, usually we tend to go from Ilha da Clotra to Vila Moura. So we're getting back now, okay, at this day. We tend to go with no motor, only sailing, which presents us with challenge, because if there's no wind, it will take longer, obviously. But again, it's a new experience. It's the way to see how can we sail with no motor. So it's possible. It's a good day to learn a little bit more about sailing and to let our speakers teach you what they know about sailing. On the 7th day, basically, we already spent the night in Vila Moura, so we're getting back to Ferragudo/Portimão. Ferragudo is a small town near just on the side of Portimão, which has a small bay where we will anchor and spend the night there, and then on the morning, on the 8th day, on Saturdays, this is always from Saturday to Saturday, we'll be leaving the boats on Saturday early morning, filled up and prepared to the next adventure. Okay, so Ferragudo is basically one place where you start picking up your things, you packing the things, some tears start going to your eyes because you're staying away. You'll be away from your new friends. So this is where the emotional part of the side of the trip, of the experience begins. And that's it. That's basically the agenda with very few details, but I hopefully will give you the will to try it. Some of the boats that we have catamarans, 4 cabins, 4 bathrooms, a lot of space for the ones who wants to basically be lie down in the net, the famous net of the catamaran. But we also have pretty good sailboats with 3-4 cabins, 3-4 bathrooms, not brand new, but from 2014 to 2020. Which are considered new, but very well equipped. You can cook there, you can do whatever you want there. So they are perfectly good, in good shape to sail with no need to extra stoppage for fuel or extra stoppage for water or extra stoppage for whatever it's needed. So basically they are all prepared to any circumstances. And that's it. Within the time, I think we are within the time. This is the fastest way to give you some information. But we are here always to request to answer to any of the questions. There's no dumb questions, okay? So feel free to ask whatever you feel like it. That's why you're here for. Good.
Perfect. Amazing, Pedro. This is amazing. I would love to ask a few questions to set a little bit expectations that people might be wondering. You rescued that no previous experience is needed in order to participate, and I think that's very important. I would like to ask you, would you still offer or invite people to do this if they suffer or they have seasickness? Or maybe the same question related to people that maybe are not too comfortable with the ocean or the water. What would you say? It's okay if it is not. I just rather set the right expectations because some people.
Well, about the seasickness, we had that experience already, but there's always a few tricks, unless it is very severe. Okay. There's always a few tricks that help us to pass by the seasickness. Aside from the pills, right? We are always have pills to give to everyone. There are also another known tricks that the sailors know that helps to surpass the seasickness. And at the end of the 2nd day, I would say you'll get used to it. You will know how to understand your body and to understand how to surpass that. Now, depends on the case, right? Because if it's very severe, obviously, if you know already that you have a severe case of seasickness, I wouldn't recommend it. Of course not, because it will be a bad experience for you.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like rather if someone will go have a bad time for 6 days, rather not. That's okay. What about you were talking about there's some theme parties, and that sounds obviously like a lot of fun. Besides bringing the best vibes and best energy to this week, what else do you think is mandatory to bring? Maybe, for instance, I was thinking, how fresh does it get during the night? Do you think people need maybe a sweater or something?
Yeah,
for the
we
night?
always recommend people to bring the less they can, okay? Because no matter how big the boat is, it's always a boat. So it's always different to live on a boat. Let's think on camping, okay? Sometimes I compare it with deluxe camping, okay? You will not have much space available, but you'll have the space you need for the things you need, basically. So I would always recommend sun protection, always. I'll always recommend a coat, a nice coat, because at the end of the day, it can get chilly, especially if you're at sea. But when I say chilly, it's not like chilly, it's 15 degrees, you know, it really depends on, and sometimes in August, it gets to 23, 25 degrees at night. So you understand, boats in Portugal don't have air conditioner because it's not needed, basically. You will need it in every country in the Mediterranean, but in Portugal, you won't need it. So bring your coat, bring your preferred coat, bring your preferred sweatshirt. I would say that there's a 50% chance that you have to use it, but just bring one because you won't need more than one. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, you don't need to bring much shoes because you'll get used to walk around by flip-flops or on foot directly. In the team parties, they are in places that it's perfectly usual to just walk without shoes, okay, with just simple flip-flops, you know. So no matter, unless you're the skies, you want to win the skies prize, and you want to, but okay, that's a different situation. But bear in mind that we don't have much space on the boat. And of course, your preferred items, as if you take picture with the photos, bring it because you'll get amazing photos of it. If you have a special watch that you want to use, bring it. Well, bring your preferred items, but not only the preferred and the really special ones, because those are the ones you'll need. You won't need anything else.
Perfect. What about related to the theme parties? Is that something that we're gonna be communicating a little bit before?
Always, yeah.
Yeah, so people
Yeah.
can prepare and bring their stuff.
Exactly. The teams that we'll choose for the parties will be communicated at least 1 month before. And let me share with you, typically the crew that will be with you in your boat, it's always presented to you. We always create WhatsApp groups when everyone is involved per boat and per the whole group. Okay, so basically that's the starting point of some competitions that we tend to place against each other, competing between what's the best, the original name, the most original name of the boat, or the most original name of the crew. So we'll keep people active and busy to get something nice in the trip.
Amazing. I have two last questions for you, Pedro. The first of them is, can you mention to us what these partnerships includes for remotes, purchasing through Remote Year?
Yeah, this includes basically a special and unique price. First of it, you won't find it in our webpage. It's fully dedicated to remoters. You'll find the best boats with you. They are already booked and already prepared to have you, because so you understand, this is a heavy season. This is a high season in Portugal. So basically, the best boats tend to be booked with a lot of ahead time. We already done it, so we can be assured that you have the best boats with you. You have two group dinners included in your special price. You won't find it in anywhere else. You have your private parties, you'll have your you'll have your parties with the unique teams that we'll create for you. So this is some of the things that we will offer you guys.
And obviously the participation in the week and the accommodation and the sailing and the
Oh
skipper,
yeah,
right?
of course. For me it's like a basic. Of course, this includes what's included is basically the 7-night accommodation in the boats, depending if you choose by catamaran or by sailboat. It includes the skipper, the crew, the fuel. It's also the food should be bought by you, okay? The food during the dinner should be bought by yourselves, but that's part of the experience, to be able to organize as a crew and decide what we'll have in dinner today or having lunch tomorrow. That's part of the experience, okay? And the sailing lessons for whoever wants it, the spots to do, the secret spots to visit that no one will be there, and that's it.
Amazing. And then you actually kind of like covered a little bit. My last question was related. Yes, there's 2 group dinners included that they basically are for the all of the participants. With the rest of the meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, people will have to purchase those by themselves. My question for you would be, are credit cards mostly accepted in the different destinations that you guys, or actually the Ocean Week, will be visiting?
Yeah, for sure. The credit cards are always accepted. To be completely fair, only the American Express card usually it has more difficulties to be accepted. But you know, we are from around. We always figure out a solution, and no one will stay without money or without food due to a credit card not being able to be used.
Amazing. So basically, people shouldn't be exchanging money at this point. They should just show up with their credit card.
Yeah. It's perfectly
Amazing.
fine.
I think this is great, Pedro. I appreciate a lot your time. Thank you so much for explaining everything in detail. You are the experienced captain here. And yeah, open invitation for all the people in Remote Year. Know that you have a special price if you have an active membership. You can check that in the marketplace. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to nation@remoteyear.com or at my business WhatsApp account. I'm more than happy to support you. And the second you book your trip with us, we'll be including you into these WhatsApp groups to keep on the communication flowing so you can prepare yourself. Pedro, any last words?
Guys, you have to try this. Believe me. And let me tell you my personal story. I wasn't part of the Ocean Week 2 years ago. When I've tried it, I said, thank God I've met this company and I've met this experience. It's truly life-changing experience. It's truly amazing. You'll never see anything like this. Believe me. And I'm not just selling. It's really my feeling, my gut. Enjoy.
Allora, we'll have to try it. Amazing. Thank you so much, Pedro, and see you soon.
See you soon. Bye, guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.